ACMI is located in Federation Square in Melbourne.
It's a creative museum that celebrates film, video game and television culture and history from around the world.
In the Story of the Moving Image exhibition, you can find lots of optical illusion toys from before the invention of cinema and even photography.
These illusions have evolved into techniques and tricks used today in modern cinema. Experimentation with photos and putting them together to give the illusion of movement paved the way to film and animation as we know it today. One of the first of these optical illusion toys was the Zolotrope, invented by John Paris in 1824. Thoma means wonder, and trope means turn in Greek. It was a turning wonder that was a cardboard disc with an image on each side, attached to a string to spin on. The one at ACMI is called La Lanterne Magique and spins on a metal rod, but works in the same way. When it's spun quickly, the two images on each side appear to merge together to create an optical illusion. An evolved version of the Zolotrope is the phenakistoscope, which was invented in 1832 by Joseph Plateau, a Belgian physicist. It's a spinning cardboard disc with a series of slightly different images attached to a stick. To see the animation, you spin the disc, then look through the slits in the mirror to see the images moving. The slits block the transition between the images so they don't merge and blur, but instead look like movement. This illusion works the same way as the Zolotrope by merging pictures to form movement. In this case, the images show a man pumping water. The Zolotrope is a newer, evolved version of the previous optical illusion toys. It was invented 2 years after the phenakistoscope by William Horner. It's a cylindrical drum with images on the inside. At ACMI, there is a 3D Zolotrope that animates similarly, but with an evolved method of doing this. ACMI collaborated with the creators of the Cuphead game, Studio MDHR, to create this Zolotrope. The Cuphead Zolotrope has a series of 3D models rather than 2D images, as well as strobe lights instead of slits to look through, which block the transition sections. The addition of strobe lights to the Zolotrope makes the movement of the models seamless and smooth. The lights are timed so that you can only see the sequence of models, not the transitions in between, the same way the slits in the phenakistoscope block the blurry transitions between images. The lights only show the animation segment after it places the previous model, which means you don't see the motion blur in between and only the lifelike movement. This is without the strobe lights, and this is with the strobe lights. You can see how much smoother the movements are with the addition of the stroboscopic lights. Compared to the older illusion toys, the Zolotrope has the most lifelike movement because of the strobe lights. Zoe means life, and trope means turning, lifelike turning.
The English mahogany and brass biennial magic lantern at ACMI is a well-preserved example of the 18th century wonder. It is an early type of image projector that used paint or photo prints on glass panes on one or more lenses and a light source inside. Originally, the light source came from a candle or gas light and later electric light. The magic lantern used a concave mirror behind the light source to direct the light through a small piece of glass that bore the image and onward into a lens at the front of the apparatus. The lens could be adjusted to focus the plane of the slide at the distance of the projection screen, which was generally gained the best results, a white wall. 200 years before photograph's widely accepted creator, Christian Huygens created the magic lantern. It became one of the most popular types of entertainment from the mid-19th to early 20th century. Peppas' Ghost Effect, Triangles, Cyan and Red by Teray Mackenzie is an artwork that shows the dynamics of the Peppas' Ghost Effect. She aimed to replicate the illusion with simple abstract forms and colors to draw attention to the merging of the images while still revealing the effect. This illusion can be traced back to the late 16th century from a scientist's 1589 book, with the effect later revived by Henry Dirks and fully thought through and created by John Henry Pepper. The illusion works by reflecting a brightly lit performer hidden from the audience onto a transparent screen that rests at a 45-degree angle. With clever glass placement and lighting, the ghost illusion appeared real. It was a popular Victorian theatre trick that is now used to work teleprompters, and the effect has also been used with musicians like Michael Jackson and Tupac, who were brought back to life by using Peppas' Ghost Effect on stage.